with all the Ganpatis sitting around me and you all the Ganas sitting in front of me. I don't know what to say. It's remarkable, very remarkable, because most of you come from a culture which has never shown any respect of Sri Ganesha. They never realized how important it was, that without Sri Ganesha's qualities, we cannot achieve anything in our life. The idea of everyday moment to moment enjoyment has destroyed them. And also the desire to know the divine vanishes also in the thin air, because you get lost into this moment to moment enjoyment till you get destructive, completely destroyed. But I really don't understand how you have achieved this state where you see the purity is so important to life. That Ganesha's qualities, his value system, and his innocence to be imbibed. I feel very gratified that such a thing has happened now in your lives, and you all are so much in praise for Sri Ganesha. Sri Ganesha is there from our childhood. Yesterday you saw the children, how they were so beautiful and entertained us the most. Everybody had a smile on their face. And I said, don't laugh, because if you laugh they feel a little offended and they think that you are laughing at them. The enjoyment that we had from that drama of children was more than what one would expect from adults doing that kind of a drama just to entertain us. It might be some sort of a very subtle joy of Sri Ganesha that made us so happy. We all have Sri Ganesh settled very nicely within ourselves, and in you awakened in such a manner that in your free will also you do not want to do things that will go against Sri Ganesha. His manifestation within you is so evident. You see your faces, they are so beautifully shining, so very different from other people. One day I was traveling from London, and there was one Indian lady who came to see me. And she said, I was surprised to see your disciples. Their faces were shining with such light. I've never seen any disciples like that. I asked her, who are you? She said, I am married in Guru Nanak's family. And all the people in his family are just the opposite what Sri Guru Nanak was. So I said, because they worship Sri Ganesha. So she said that in our family nobody worships Sri Ganesh. I said, it cannot be possible. How is it? No, they believe in Nirakar, the formless God of Chaitanya. I said, but who is the source of that Chaitanya? Why don't they find out who is the source? So they said that Nanaka has only talked up to this point. He's not talked about the source. I said, better find out. Because in this book, maybe some things have been taken away. And then somebody gave me a passage where he had described the innocence, the deity of Sri Ganesha also. He had described that the whole creation was done by the mother and not by the father. It's very surprising because Nirakaris, those people who don't believe in the forms of God, always talk of father, not of the mother. It is true also about Christianity, also about Islam, also about the Jews. All of them, they talk of the father and not of the mother, nor about Sri Ganesha. It seems in the ancient time they believed in child God, even in China, even in Greece, and also in many other countries who were supposed to be primitive. But they all believed in the child God. So now, when we deal with our children, we should know that they are just like Sri Ganesh. They are very innocent, very simple, except in cases sometimes they are affected by some things and they lose their moorings. But Sri Ganesha's greatest contribution to Sahaja Yoga is that he makes you feel my vibration. He makes you feel the beauty of purity and simplicity. Only possible if Sri Ganesha is awakened within you. Also, the Kundalini won't rise without the sanction of this Chancellor. He is the one sitting on Muladhara. But you should know he is on every chakra. In a sense, cures all the maladies, physical, mental, emotional, especially the spiritual. But Sri Ganesha's quality, the most important, is that he believes in emitting vibration. He believes in projecting his vibrations to everyone. That is the quality now I feel all of you as Sahaja can use. You got your realization without any effort, I should. It was right. The life before self-realization was different. You got your transformation and you have jumped into the new era of, as I say, of meta science. But here now we have to see, whatever we have got, what are we to do with it? You of course know that you have to give realizations to others. You have to cure people. You have to love them, and you have to be compassionate. But apart from that, now the deliberations about yourself have to start. That is through Sri Ganesha's powers that are within. You should see that you can emit your powers, your energy to others. You can project it to others. Now, for example, if somebody comes to you, meets you, if you know how to deliberately project your energy, this is a new type of meditation you have to practice. That to emit your energy, project your energy to others. You don't have to say anything, you don't have to talk. But just feel deliberately, again I say deliberately. It's not urge, it's not spontaneous. This is what you have to practice, is to emit your energy of your innocence of Sri Ganesha to others. So when they see you, their innocence will be evident.